First, the reserves. Number 3, Caitlin Norton. Number 4, Carly Brooks. Number 5, Bailey Hoke. Number 7, Reagan Larson. Number 12, Alex Watkins. 13, Mallory Leviner. Number 14, number 19, Cara Davis. 21, Shelby Thomas. Number 22, Jessica Auld. Number 24, Breezy Yelton. Number 30, Alyssa Price. And now starting lineup for the Pembroke Braves. Leading off the second baseman, number 1, Mary Sells. Batting second, the center fielder, number 15, Rindy Weatherington. Batting third, the first baseman, number 14, Tatum Brummett. Batting fourth, the third baseman, number 18, Jamie Johnson. Batting fifth, the catcher, number 9, Tony Nelson. Batting sixth, the shortstop, number 6, Taylor Gerhart. Batting seventh, the left fielder, number 10, Lexi Cox. Batting eighth, the designated player, number 11, Jordan Adcox. Batting ninth, the right fielder, number 8, Haley Epperson. And on the mound for the Braves in the flex position, number 13, Mallory Leviner. Pembroke is coached by Brittany Bennett and assisted by Stephanie Graziani and Courtney Roberts. And now, your Lander University Bearcats. First, the reserves. Number 4, Kyra Urban. Number 5, Lexi Griffin. Number 6, Elena Fry. Number 7, Ashley Vincent. Number 10, Hannah Newton. Number 12, Abby Harris. 18, Logan Leverett. 24, Molly McNulty. Number 27, Jamie Pizell. And now starting for your Lander University Bearcats. In left field, a junior from Canton, Georgia, number 8, Kelly McCormick. In center field, a senior from Honeypath, South Carolina, number 15, Casey Wooten. In right field, a junior from Benton, number 2, Casey Rogers. At third base, a senior from Marietta, Georgia, number 19, Darian Ward. At shortstop, a freshman from Grantville, South Carolina, number 14, Jace Benefield. At second base, a sophomore from Houston, Georgia, number 21, Sydney Grimes. At first base, a senior from Monroe, Georgia, number 29, Haley Sorrow. At catcher, a junior from Hull, Georgia, number 22, Chandler Carey. On the mound for your Bearcats, a senior from Irwin, Tennessee, number 28, Mackenzie Ferguson. And designated player, junior from Long Beach, Mississippi, number 25, Bree Sorrento. Bearcats coached by Glenn Crawford. He is assisted by Monica Shorter. Ladies and gentlemen, at this time, we ask that you please stand and move your hats as we honor America with the playing of our national anthem.
Good afternoon, everybody, and welcome into Doug Spears Field in Greenwood, South Carolina, and Senior Day here in Greenwood for the Lander Bearcats. I'm Rickson Lane, glad to have you join us on the Bearcat Broadcasting Network as the Bearcats take on the Braves of UNC Pembroke here in the regular season finale here in Greenwood. Go ahead and give the starting lineups first for the visitors from Pembroke. Leading off, the second baseman, Mary Sells. Center fielder Rindy Weatherington will bat second, followed by Tatum Brummett, the first baseman. Cleanup hitter is third baseman Jamie Johnson. Catching is Tony Nelson. She'll bat fifth. Batting sixth is the shortstop Taylor Gerhardt. Batting seventh, the left fielder Lexi Cox. The designated player Jordan Adcox will bat eighth. And right fielder Haley Epperson will bat ninth. In the circle for the Braves is Mallory Leviner. For the Bearcats, Casey Wooten leads off in center field, followed by Sydney Grimes at second base. Kelly McCormick is in left field. Casey Rogers batting cleanup in right field. Chandler Carey behind the plate, batting fifth. Batting sixth is the third baseman Darian Ward. Bree Sorrento, the DP, will bat seventh. Haley Sorrow, the first baseman, batting eighth. Jace Benefield, the shortstop, batting ninth. And in the circle for the Bearcats, the senior out of Irwin, Tennessee, Mackenzie Ferguson. So just about set to get underway between Lander and UNC Pembroke. Bearcats coming into this game 29-27 overall. Or 29-17, pardon me. They are 9-9 in the league. UNC Pembroke 24-22, 2-14 in the league, and we'll get underway early on a senior day at 2:58. The 0-1 pitch off the plate to Sells. Mary Sells, a .319 hitter, and she'll slap one up the middle, and that's a leadoff single for the Braves. Sells a singles hitter, just one double and one triple on the year. She does have 10 RBI. So Rendy Weatherington, the center fielder, stepped to the plate now. Weatherington, a .267 hitter this year. 4 doubles and 7 runs driven in. A runner on first here in the top of the first. Braves facing the ace of the staff as Weatherington will pop that one foul down the first base line. Mackenzie Ferguson making her 32nd appearance of the year, her 24th start. She is 19-7 with 2 saves, 163 and 2/3 innings pitched. She's allowed 59 runs on 143 hits as she misses high there. 176 strikeouts and 40 walks for Ferguson. An ERA of 2.18. The 1-1 hit up the middle to Benefield. She'll step on the bag at second, on to first, and a 6-3 double play turned by the shortstop, Jace Benefield. Well, the hit and run was on, and it worked against the Braves as that ball was hit hard right to the feet of Benefield, and an easy double play for the freshman. That'll erase the runner, and that'll bring up Tatum Brummett, the first baseman. Nobody aboard and 2 out for the Braves. Brummett hitting .278. 6 doubles, 2 triples, and 23 runs batted in. Mackenzie Ferguson, the reigning Peach Belt Conference Pitcher of the Week. So the 0-1 is up and away. Ferguson is coming off an incredibly impressive run. Last week, appeared in 4 games, picked up 3 wins and a save. She pitched 20 innings, allowed 1 run with 26 strikeouts. There's a swing and a miss from Brummett. She has earned Peach Belt Conference Pitcher of the Week 3 times this year, 4 times in her career. She holds the program record in both departments. Just off the plate there. She leads the Peach Belt with 19 complete games and is second on the career strikeout list with 457 in just 3 years. That ball pulled foul down the first base line. skips to the plate, full count. So 457 strikeouts, second all-time for the Bearcats, and Ferguson's going to have to go on quite a run to catch Haley Leisner, who in first place with 741. A difference of roughly 300 between second and first at the moment in the career record book. As she misses up and away there, and Brummett will reach. A 2-out walk dealt. Now Jamie Johnson will step in. Johnson, the best hitter on the roster for the Braves, 444, 14 doubles, leads the team in that department. Also leads the team in triples and homers and RBIs. So this is the dangerous stick in the order for Brittany Bennett's club, and she steps in with a runner on first and 2 outs from the top of the first inning. Got underneath of that one and sends it to shallow center. Wooten is there, and the Bearcats come away in the top of the first unscathed. We go to the bottom of the first inning on Senior Day. Land will take their first hacks of the afternoon when we return to Greenwood. You're listening to Bearcat Softball on the Bearcat Broadcasting Network. Back in Greenwood, South Carolina, Rickson Lane with you on the Bearcat Broadcasting Network. Lander and UNC Pembroke in the first inning here at Doug Spears Field. So we'll get our first look at the right-hander Mallory Leviner. Leviner 9-11 on the year. She's making her 24th start, her 26th appearance. 5.13 ERA, 1 save. She's gone 118 and 2/3 innings, allowed 95 runs on 146 hits, walked 64, struck out 92. Opponents are hitting 299 against Leviner. She'll face Casey Wooten. Senior slaps it back to the circle. Leviner on to first. And the play is made as Mary Sells was covering. Defensively for the Braves in the outfield, left to right, it's Cox, Weatherington, and Epperson. On the infield, Johnson, Gerhardt, Sells, and Brummett. Nelson behind the plate, and Leviner in the circle. So Sydney Grimes will step in, sophomore from Houston, Georgia. Shows bunt and takes a strike. Grimes, one of 4 players who've appeared in every game this season. She is a .353 hitter, tied for tops on the team with Kelly McCormick. 5 doubles, team high 3 triples, 1 homer. She's driven in 24 runs. So a 1-1 count from Leviner. Swung and fouled back to the right side, and Grimes now with a 1-2 count. After the ground out back to the pitcher from Wooten, Grimes trying to give the Bearcats a runner here. Here's the 1-2. Swung and a miss as she chased one off the plate, and Leviner with the strikeout. 2 down in the inning, and that'll bring up Kelly McCormick. McCormick, also a .353 hitter. Swings and turns on that one, pulls it down the left field line, hooking foul. Team high 11 doubles on the year for McCormick. 2 triples, 3 homers. She also leads the club with 36 runs driven in. The 0-1 is off the plate. Another ball outside, McCormick ahead in the count. Junior out of Canton, Georgia. She'll step in, nobody aboard and 2 out. Ball low and inside. There's a hot shot back up the middle, just past the glove of Leviner, and McCormick's aboard with a 2-out single. So a 2-out single from McCormick, and that brings up Casey Rogers. McCormick on the move as Rogers swings and tips that one away. McCormick would have been safe by a mile. She'll have to return back to the bag. Rogers, the cleanup hitter, a junior out of Bennettsville, South Carolina. A .290 hitter on the year with 3 doubles, 1 triple, 2 homers, and 22 runs driven in. McCormick, meanwhile, is Lander's second best base stealing threat. She's got 19 on the season. This Lander team that has run a lot this year, 73 stolen bases. They've only been caught 15 times. Glenn Crawford has kind of been implementing this system since his arrival. As that ball is high, McCormick is down to second. Nobody covered the bag. Call is going to be made, and she is out. Either going to say she left early. And that'll do it for the Bearcats in the bottom of the first inning. We move to the second, no score in Greenwood. You're listening to Bearcat Softball on the Bearcat Broadcasting Network. Top of the second inning, no score here at Doug Spears Field. Lander and UNC Pembroke, game one of a doubleheader. This is Tony Nelson, catcher for the Braves. Nelson, a .261 hitter with 9 doubles, a triple, 3 homers, and 20 runs driven in. And a swing and a miss as Ferguson got her to chase one up around the eyes. Taylor Gerhardt will come to the plate now. Swings and pops one left side. He'll get up and out of play. Gerhardt hitting .309. 8 doubles, 2 triples, 3 homers, and 28 runs driven in. This is a UNC Pembroke team that, as a squad, pretty good batting average, .317 on the year. They have just struggled mightily in conference play this year. A record of above 500 on the season for the Braves. They're 24-22 overall, but 2-14 in the league. So there's a ball hit hard through the left side of the infield for a 1-out single. The only 2 wins of the year for the Braves, a sweep of Francis Marion back on March 29th. Gerhardt's aboard, and that brings up Lexi Cox, the left fielder. Ball sent in the air, right center. Wooten charging in, will make the grab, and Gerhardt back to first. As Cox retires, she's a .343 hitter on the year. 9 doubles, a triple, 2 homers, and 20 runs batted in. So a good out recorded there by Ferguson. And that'll bring up the number 8 hitter, Jordan Adcox. Making just her 17th start of the season, but she's hitting .367, 2 doubles, 2 homers, 12 RBI. Check swing foul. And they're going to call her out. So that'll do it for the Braves in the top of the second. We go to the bottom of the inning, still scoreless. You're listening to Bearcat Softball on the Bearcat Broadcasting Network. Bottom of the second inning here. No score between Lander and UNC Pembroke as Casey Rogers swings and lines out to Jamie Johnson over at third. Well, Rogers retired. We did get clarification. That was another instance on the last out of the previous frame for the Braves. Another instance of a runner leading first early. So Chandler Carey will step in now. A .331 hitter this year. 9 doubles, 2 triples, 2 homers, 35 runs driven in, second on the team in that department. She takes the ball outside, 2-0. Carey pulls that one foul down the left side. 2-1 count. A 2-1 to the junior out of Hull, Georgia. Off-speed pitch is high, and it's a 3-1 count now. Carey turns on that one, skies it to left field, but Cox is there. Ball just a little inside. And there's 2 outs in the frame. So 2 outs in the inning for Darian Ward, the senior out of Marietta, Georgia. First pitch outside. The 1-0 fouled straight back. One pitch hit well to center field. Weatherington over to her left and makes the grab. 3 up, 3 down for the Bearcats in the bottom of the second. We head to the third. No score between Lander and UNC Pembroke. You're listening to Bearcat Softball on the Bearcat Broadcasting Network. Jordan Adcox leading off for UNC Pembroke here in the top of the third inning. She'll resume her at bat that was cut short in the top of the second. Swings and lifts one to right center. That's hit well. Wooten on the run, and it's off the wall. At the base of the wall, Wooten will come up throwing. Not in time, however. As Carey was able to finally stop it from rolling. But Adcox will hold at second with a leadoff double. I'll bring up Haley Epperson, the right fielder. Epperson hitting .280, 7 doubles, a triple, 1 homer, and 11 runs driven in. She'll take a ball inside. The Bearcats just sent Bree Sorrento down to the bullpen. Strike called. So 1-1 count now to Epperson. Go ahead run in scoring position. Shows bunt and takes one high. So there's the 2-1. Bunted in the air, and Ward able to make the grab. And the out recorded.
Back to the top of the order, UNC Pembroke. Now back to base for 1, Mary Sells.
So 1 out in the inning for Mary Sells, the leadoff hitter. Sells singled, was erased on a double play back in the first inning. Going outside, 2-0 count. Way ahead in the count now, 3-0. Ferguson throws an automatic strike on the outer side of the plate, 3-1 now. 3-1 is outside, and Sells walks. That's the second walk of the game for Ferguson. She's had uncharacteristic control issues here this first game of the day, and you wonder if maybe the heart rate a little elevated due to it being senior day. Playing your last games here at Doug Spears Field. She's had 3 good seasons here in Greenwood. Rindy Weatherington, and that'll calm everybody down. The pop-up to shortstop, the infield fly rule in effect. And there's 2 down in the inning.
First baseman for 14, Tatum Brummett.
So 2 down for Tatum Brummett. Takes the first pitch strike on the outside. One count to Brummett. She lifts one on the infield, and Benefield is there to make the grab. So Ferguson able to dance out of a bit of danger there in the third. We move to the bottom of the inning, still scoreless in Greenwood. You're listening to Bearcat Softball on the Bearcat Broadcasting Network. Bree Sorrento leads off for the Bearcats in the bottom of the third inning. Lander and UNC Pembroke scoreless here at Doug Spears Field. Sorrento, a .286 hitter, 10 doubles, 1 homer, 21 runs driven in. Swings ahead of that one, behind the count 1-2. One-two reached out and grounded to shortstop, fielded by Gerhardt on to first, and just in time to get Sorrento one down. So that'll bring up the senior Haley Sorrow. Sorrow batting .296, 7 doubles, 1 triple. Leads the club with 5 long balls and also driven in 27 runs. The 1-0 is outside. Catches the outside corner. Two one waved at early, 2-2. Is outside, full count. Three-two off the handle, slow roller to second. Sells able to make the play. 4-3 put out of Sorrow. That'll bring up Jace Benefield. So Benefield will step to the plate, a .213 hitter. A double, a homer, and 6 runs driven in. And she swings and hits that one well to left center field. That ball is long gone. Hello, Jace Benefield. Just the second career homer for the freshman. And Benefield plays long ball here in the third inning. And the Bearcats lead at 1-0. My goodness. A no-doubter from the freshman. And Lander grabs the lead here in the third. Casey Wooten, the leadoff hitter at the plate. She taps the first one off the plate. There's a shot back up the middle, and Wooten's aboard with a 2-out single. Sydney Grimes to the plate with 2 out. Wooten at first and Lander up 1-0. And Wooten's on the move. Throw down to second, safe. Casey Wooten swipes second, and folks, that is her 30th steal of the season, her 79th in her career, and she's now one shy of the all-time record in both categories. Count is 2-0. Casey Wooten needs 2 steals to own the all-time record. As Grimes grounds that one, it's going to be off the glove of the first baseman. Now Wooten going to go all the way home, slide, and she is out. Aggressive base running from Lander, and out at home plate is Wooten, but the Bearcats take the lead 1-0 on the homer from Benefield. And Lander will lead it as we move to the 4th. You're listening to Bearcat Softball on the Bearcat Broadcasting Network. Lander up 1-0 as we move to the 4th inning here. Jamie Johnson leads off. Takes a strike, 0-1. Swings and pops one up to shortstop, and the catch made by Benefield. Tony Nelson will come to the plate now. Fouls the first one away to the right side. Foul that one down the left side, 0-2 count. We mentioned that Wooten now 1 away from tying the career and single season steals record. That's held by Wendy Queen. She stole 31 bases in 2000, her first season with the Bearcats, and her career stole 80. That ball ripped foul. So a 1-2 count to Nelson. That ball lifted down the right field line. Rogers going to give chase and not going to be able to get there in time. So the 1-2. Off speed, tipped in the glove of Carey, and Nelson down on strikes. 2 outs in the inning. And that'll bring up Taylor Gerhardt, the shortstop. Strike on the inside corner from Ferguson, 0-1. That ball popped off the handle and out of play first base side. 0-2 count now. Base is empty, top of the fourth, Lander up 1-0. The pitch. Swung on and hit well to left field. McCormick at the wall makes the grab. Gerhardt just missed it. And the Bearcats hold the lead as we go to the bottom of the fourth. Lander on top of UNC Pembroke 1-0. You're listening to Bearcat Softball on the Bearcat Broadcasting Network. Kelly McCormick lead off for the Bearcats as Lander has the heart of the order due up. The bottom of the fourth, leading 1-0. McCormick tips that one in the glove and behind in the count now 0-2. McCormick a quick word with head coach Glenn Crawford. The 0-2 pitch. Swung on and chopped foul down the third base line. Two pitch. Swing and a fly ball that'll get into the Bearcat bullpen. The 0-2. A ball sends to center field. Weatherington camps under it and makes the grab. 1 out in the inning for the cleanup hitter, Casey Rogers. First pitch low and outside to Rogers. 1-0 count. Hits are even at 3 apiece. Neither team has committed an error. The only difference in this game thus far, the solo shot from Jace Benefield, the Bearcat shortstop. That pitch catches the inside corner, 1-1. Rogers 0 for 1 today. That one ran inside, nearly caught her on the arm. 2-1. That ball smacked foul down the left field line. Here's the 2-2. Swinging a hot shot foul down the first base line. A 2-2 count to Rogers. 1 out, nobody aboard. Another foul ball. Good at bat being put together here by Casey Rogers, as she and Leviner go at it. Takes a high 2-2 offering. The count runs full 3-2. There's a ball back up the middle, knocked down by Leviner. Actually knocked her glove off, but she's able to recover and make the play. Rogers retired on the ground out. Chandler Carey will step in with nobody aboard. Takes the first pitch low and outside. Carey 0 for 1 in the game. Watches the off-speed pitch miss low. .20 offering. Misses off the plate, 3-0. Pitch. Missing outside at the knees, and Carey is aboard on a 4-pitch walk. Darian Ward at the plate now, 1 on and 2 out. She takes a strike on the outside. 'Got a piece of that one back to the net. Now Ward behind 0-2. 2-pitch fouled away. Ward turns and pulls that one to third. And the 5-3 put out recorded by Johnson. Lander leaves a runner on, and we get to the 5th inning. 1-0 Bearcats on top of the Braves. You're listening to Bearcat Softball on the Bearcat Broadcasting Network.
Do you hear that? That's the sound of $15,000 falling from the sky. The Drop is Lander's new inaugural fundraising campaign conducted by the Lander Foundation to enhance athletic scholarships and operating budgets. Your chance to win is just a click away. Visit LanderBearcats.com to register today. The Drop. It puts the air in Bearcat.
A 2-0 count here in the top of the 5th inning to Lexi Cox, the Brave left fielder. 1-0 Bearcat lead here at Doug Spears Field. Cox way out in front now, 3-0. And a 4-pitch walk will put her aboard. A leadoff walk for the Braves. First pitch high. Jordan Adcox, the DP. Adcox already 1 for 1 today, and now Carey's going to go out for a word with Ferguson. Tying run is aboard for the Braves here in the top of the 5th. Lander leading at 1-0. Called a strike, 1-1. Ball lifted right side and into the net. 1-2 now. That ball turned on and sent to left field, hooking and foul as it'll get off the wall. To pop back behind the plate. So Adcox will stay alive. 2 sent straight back into the net. Called strike 3 on the outside of the knees, and Ferguson will get the punch out of Adcox. So Epperson will step in, 1 on and 1 out. She swings and misses there, 0-1. The 0-1 up and in. I don't think that's where Carey wanted it. It looked like she had set up outside. The 1-1 on the inside corner, 1 and 2. Slow roller down the third base line, and it went off of the foot of Epperson, it appears. She'll try to walk it off. So Epperson will try to shake off the hard foul off of her foot. 1 on and 1 out for the Braves here in the 5th inning. Lander leads at 1-0. Senior day here in Greenwood, and a lot at stake for the Lander Bearcats. A win today will give them their 30th victory of the season. That'll be their first 30-win season in 13 years. If they somehow sweep the Braves today, they'll finish the year 11-9 in conference play. They've not finished with a winning record in Peach Belt play since 1998. So a lot of milestones on the table today for Lander. The Bearcats have assured themselves a spot in the Peach Belt Conference Tournament. They are currently 5th in the league, tied with Flagler. The 2 teams split there. So then we'll go to how you did against the top of the league, as there's a swing and a miss from Epperson. Both teams have been, or pardon me, Lander was swept by North Georgia, but split with Georgia College, who's a 2nd place team. Flagler has already lost 2 to Georgia College. So as it stands right now, if the Saints lose to North Georgia this evening, 5 o'clock and 7 o'clock, if the Saints lose both of those games, Lander is the 5 seed in the tournament, and they would get Young Harris in the 4-5 matchup. That ball misses low and away, 2-1 count. Misses inside, 3-1. The 3-1 pitch Popped back left side, out of play. Three-two pitch. Called strike three. Sells retired on strikeouts, and Ferguson holds the Braves scoreless as we move to the bottom of the fifth inning. Lander up 1-0. You're listening to Bearcat Softball on the Bearcat Broadcasting Network. Bree Sorrento leads off for Lander in the bottom of the fifth. Bearcats up 1-0 on UNC Pembroke. The 1-0 pitch. Missed up and away. Count is 2-0 now. Strike on the outside of the knees. Two one off-speed pitch over the heart of the plate. Count runs even 2-2 now. The 2-2 reached out, grounded, backhand stop made by Gerhardt, but she's not going to make the throw in time, and an infield single for Bree Sorrento. So Sorrento will be replaced by Kyra Irvin as a pinch runner. Haley Sorrow step in now. Leadoff runners reach for the Bearcats here in the fifth as they try to put some space between themselves and the Braves. A 1-0 lead. The 1-0 downstairs. Irvin hesitates, now goes, and she's out at second. Irvin kind of paused halfway to second. The catcher froze as well, and then Irvin thrown out trying to steal. So one down in the inning is Sorrow. The base is empty in a 2-0 count. Off-speed pitch misses low. (3-0) to Sorrow. Strike at the knees, 3-1. The 3-1 popped up. Sliding catch attempted by Sells, but she's not going to be able to make it. And Sorrow safe at first. That'll bring up Jace Benefield with 1 on and 1 out. Benefield homered in her first plate appearance of the day. Just the second home run of the season for the freshman shortstop. The 0-1 pitch. This is outside, 2-0. Strike on the outside edge, 2-1. The 2-1 in the dirt. And the count is 3-1 now. Misses low and away. And Benefield's aboard, so now 2 on and 1 out. And back to the top of the order for Lander.
Back to the top of the order for Bearcats.
Looks like Lander may make a change here. Abby Harris going to come on to pinch run for Sorrow at second. Freshman out of Chesney, South Carolina will come in. Wooten. Thrown out at the plate. Back in the 3rd inning to end that frame. She's 1 for 2 today with a stolen base, and as we mentioned, she's chasing the all-time career and single-season steals records. There's a grounder to the 3rd, and a pick made over at first by Tatum Brummett. And they're going to be coming together to talk about this one. The Bearcat fans immediately said they thought Brummett was off the base, and she was. Wooten safe at first. So bases loaded, 1 out now for Sydney Grimes. Grimes is 0 for 2 today, but she's one of the top hitters in the order for Lander. Came in the day batting .353. No one on the team had a higher average entering this contest. 1-0 pitch. Slap to third. They're going to throw home for 1 and won't be able to turn the double play. That's another nice play by Jamie Johnson. So Johnson gets the force at home. Bases remain loaded. And up comes Kelly McCormick. McCormick, who is the top hitter on the squad. Stand in with bases full of Bearcats and 2 outs here in the 5th. McCormick 1 for 2 today. Nelson will go out of the circle for a word. A 1-0 count to Kelly McCormick. Off-speed pitch, strike at the knees. Count is 1-1. Another strike at the lower part of the zone, 1-2 now. The 1-2 pitch. Swung on, chopper to the circle. And the Bearcats unable to scratch across a run. They leave the bases loaded as we move to the 6th inning. Lander on top of UNC Pembroke 1-0. You're listening to Bearcat Softball on the Bearcat Broadcasting Network. Rindy Wetherington will lead off for the Braves in the top of the 6th. Lander on top of UNC Pembroke 1-0 here on Senior Day at Doug Spears Field. Rickson Lane with you on the Bearcat Broadcasting Network. 1 run, 5 hits, no errors for Lander. No runs, 3 hits, and 1 error for UNC Pembroke. It's Wetherington. Swings and lifts one shallow right field, and backpedaling, making the grab is Sydney Grimes from her second base position.
Back to first base, number 14, Tatum Roberts.
So Tatum Brummett will swing at her first pitch and send it to center field. Wooten back to the wall, and that one's gone. Brummett a solo shot to center, and the Braves are on the board. It's 1-0. for Tatum Brummett. Their first career homer for the freshman from Garner, North Carolina. And it's a 1-1 ball game as Brummett homers to straightaway center field. So that'll bring up Jamie Johnson, the cleanup hitter, in a 1-1 game now. Striking the upper part of the zone. The 0-1 low and outside, 1-1. Bearcats held a 1-0 lead after Jace Benefield's home run in the bottom of the third inning, but then Tatum Brummett answers with her own solo shot at the top of the sixth. It's a 1-1 game all of a sudden as Johnson swings at a high one, 1-2. Two softball games on tap today. Also Bearcat baseball in action as they open up their final weekend of the regular season against North Georgia. That game beginning at 6 o'clock. Low and outside there. That ball turned on and fouled away by Johnson down the left field line and on a roll into the parking lot. Two count now. The ball sent into the gap in left center field. McCormick trying to get over there and cut it off. And they will, as Johnson will wisely hold it first. So a great speed in the outfield there by McCormick to hold that to a single. But the go-ahead run on base.
Now that is catcher number 9,
Tony Nelson at the plate, and we'll have a meeting in the circle. UNC Pembroke threatening to take the lead here in the sixth inning. 1-1 game. You're listening to Bearcat Softball, the Bearcat Broadcasting Network. So meeting over and now swing and a miss. Throw down to second from Carey. Not in time as the stolen base by Johnson will put the runner in scoring position for Tony Nelson. On 0-2 count to Nelson, 1 out, runner at second. The Brummett home run has tied the score here at 1-1. The top of the sixth inning. Ferguson misses high. lifted back into the net. One-two off the plate with the off-speed pitch. Two fouled back. Good battle here between Nelson and Ferguson. Two-two pitch. Fouled away by Nelson once more. Another 2-2 pitch fouled away. Boy, Nelson just will not go away here as Ferguson trying to get this crucial second out. The 2-2. Missed on the inside, 3-2 now. Full count, one out, runner at second. Another grounder foul from Nelson. A 3-2 count, one on, one out. This lengthy at bat here. Another foul. This has been a battle here between Nelson and Ferguson. And that one hit Nelson. What a fight that was. Now two aboard now for UNC Pembroke, and up comes Taylor Gerhardt, the shortstop, number 6 hitter in the order. Turns on one and fouls it away down the left field line. The 0-1. Outside 1-1. The 1-1 pitch lifted right center. Wooten is there, the warning track. Out is recorded as both runners advance. So runners at second and third with 2 outs. Now to bring up Lexi Cox, the left fielder. A tied game with 2 runners in scoring position here. Ferguson hits Cox on the arm. And the bases are loaded. Second hit batter of the inning. Crawford going to say that he thought the swing was made, and it was. She's going to come back. And it's going to be an 0-1 count, I believe. So after the ruling that Cox swung, it's an 0-1 count. Runners on second and third and 2 outs as Ferguson misses outside. Boy, this would be a huge break for Lander if they get out of this inning without giving up the go-ahead run. Ferguson's been laboring here in the 6th. A 1-1 ball game. Runners at second and third and 2 out. The pitch. Catches the outside corner, 1-2. So a 1-2 count to Cox. Ferguson fires outside, missing 2-2. Cox with the bat squared towards the pitcher as Ferguson consults the wristband on that left arm. The 2-2. Swung on, lifted, left side. That's going to get into the bullpen as McCormick was giving chase. Another 2-2. Swung and grounded to Benefield at short. On to first, and the Bearcats leave 2 brave runners on base. But UNC Pembroke ties the game on the Tatum Brumman homer. It's 1-1 as we go to the bottom of the 6th. You're listening to Bearcat Softball on the Bearcat Broadcasting Network. The cleanup hitter leads off for the Bearcats in the bottom of the 6th inning. This is Casey Rogers. Lander even with UNC Pembroke 1-1 here in the bottom of the 6th as Rogers takes a first pitch ball. Rogers 0 for 2 on the afternoon. Hits are even at 5 apiece. As Rogers stings one up the middle, off the glove, throw on to first in time. Oh, well done by Gerhardt. Looked like that one was going to escape for a single, but Gerhardt hung with it and made a nice throw across as Rogers is retired. So Chandler Carey will come to the plate. As Carey hammers one up the middle, that's off of the pitcher. Leviner's been beat up in this game. As she makes the play to first. But Lander, that's probably, I think, the 3rd or 4th ball that's gone off of Leviner. That was the hardest one of the day. Now they're going to go out and check on Leviner. The Bearcats have timed her up well at times today. A couple of comebackers, and Carey really barreled that one up. Braves obviously don't want to take her out. She's been effective today. This is a UNC Pembroke staff that was allowing opponents to bat .311 against them this season, but Leviner has held the Bearcats just 5 hits. Just 1 for extra bases. That was the home run from Benefield.
Now batting, third baseman 19, Darius.
Slow roller to short from Ward, fielded by Gerhardt on to first. And Lander retired in order in the 6th. We go to the 7th, 1-1 our score. You're listening to Bearcat Softball on the Bearcat Broadcasting Network.
When you buy a golf ball for the drop, you're buying your chance to win $5,000. But you're not the only one who could win. Because every purchase you make goes towards enhancing Lander's operating budgets and enhancing scholarships for student athletes. So when you buy a ball, not only can you win,
I win.
I win. I win.
I win. I win.
Eight, 9-1 due up for UNC Pembroke in the top of the 7th inning in a 1-1 game here at Doug Spears Field. Rickson Lane with you on the Bearcat Broadcasting Network. 1 run, 5 hits for each team. Braves have committed an error. The Bearcats have not. The only runs today, courtesy of a pair of solo homers. This is Jordan Adcox, who grounds it through the left side for a leadoff single. Go-ahead run is aboard as the Adcox, the DP, able to reach. So we'll have a pinch runner here for the Braves. This is number 3. Caitlin Norton. Haley Epperson will step to the plate. She's going to lay a bunt down. It's a good one. Ward on to first. And Grimes able to make the grab on a low throw. Heads up there by Ferguson to get over and cover third. There's nobody there. A runner in scoring position, and up comes the leadoff hitter, Mary Sells. Check swing on a strike outside. The 0-1 catches the outside corner. 0-2 count now. Low and outside, 1-2. Held his bat back on a pitch outside. Two count now. Reaches up and grounds it to the circle. Ferguson will throw on to first. Out is recorded. Runner advances to third. And there's 2 down in the inning now for Rindy Witherington.
Now batting the center fielder, 15, Rindy Witherington.
So first pitch up and away, 1-0 count. Ball catches the outside corner, 1-1. Outside, 2-1. Pitch outside, 3-1 count now. That ball pop back, and Wetherington will stay alive. Call strike 3 inside corner. Ferguson gets the punch out with a runner on third, and Lander will come to bat in a tied game at the bottom of the 7th. You're listening to Bearcat Softball on the Bearcat Broadcasting Network. Bearcats come to bat here in the bottom of the 7th in a 1-1 ball game, and Bree Sorrento will lead off, the junior out of Long Beach, Mississippi. 7, 8, 9 due up for Lander, but that's been the most productive part of the order. They are combined 3 for 5 today. Sorrento, Sorrow, and Benefield. As Sorrento swings and hits one deep to center field, walk it off, Bree Sorrento. A shot to center field, and the junior wins it on senior day. Lander victorious over the Braves in game 1, a 2-1 win as Sorrento with a shot to deep center. Bearcats take game 1 with an emphatic walk-off homer. Fans in about 15 minutes will honor the 6 Bearcats seniors. That will be on the live stream you are watching right now, the game 1 live stream, so don't go away. That's coming up in 15 minutes. Lander wins 2-1. You're listening to Bearcat Softball on the Bearcat Broadcasting Network.
Ladies and gentlemen, please direct your attention towards the field as we'll begin our ceremony to honor and thank our 2018 Lander softball senior class. At this time, we'd like to individually recognize each player for their contributions to the program. Number 10, Hannah Newton. Hannah is escorted by her parents Barry and Diane Newton. Hannah's appeared in 47 games with 28 starts, 11 wins, 3 saves, 20 complete games. In 187 and 2/3 innings pitched, she's accumulated 107 strikeouts. After graduation, Hannah plans on attending Piedmont Tech to get her degree in respiratory therapy and work in a children's hospital. Her favorite memory was a trip to Flagler this year when trainer Dan the Man Holt took over coaching first base after Coach Crawford got a little too excited during the game against the Saints. A message from Hannah: I want to thank my family, mainly my parents, for being the best support system for me and doing everything to always be at my games, cheering me and my teammates on. Shout out to my awesome teammates for making my senior year memorable. Go Bearcats! Ladies and gentlemen, Hannah Newton. Number 15, Casey Wooten. Wani, a.k.a. Wonton, is escorted by her mother, Lisa, and her father, Jamie Wooten. In 161 games, Casey has accumulated 120 hits, 5 doubles, 11 RBI, with a .308 batting average and 79 steals, second most in program history. Casey plans on moving back home to finish her nursing degree in December, with plans on pursuing a career as a pediatric registered nurse. Her favorite quote is, "God has given us 2 hands, one to receive with and the other to give with." A message from Casey: I'd like to thank all my family, friends, coaches, and teammates for giving me and helping me have a great softball career. Go Bearcats! Ladies and gentlemen, Casey Wooten. Number 19, Darian Ward. Darian is escorted by her parents, Gerald and Brigida Ward, and her sister, Sadie Ward. In 168 games, Darian has 113 hits, 26 doubles, 7 home runs, and 61 RBI. Darian will be graduating with a marketing and management degree. She plans on moving back home and pursuing a career in sports marketing. A message from Darian: I want to thank my parents for all the love and support over the past 4 years. I wouldn't have been able to do it without you guys. Ladies and gentlemen, Darian Ward. Number 24, Molly McNulty. Molly is escorted by her parents, Linda and Tim McNulty. In 33 games, Molly has 11 hits, 1 double, 1 home run, and 5 RBI. After graduation, Molly plans to return home to Jacksonville, Florida, and pursue a career in marketing. A message from Molly: I want to thank my parents for always allowing me to pursue my dreams. Thank you to my coaches for giving me the opportunity to play collegiate softball. Thank you to my teammates for giving me friendships that will last a lifetime. And last but most important, thank you to Jesus Christ for making me a Bearcat. Ladies and gentlemen, Molly McNulty. Number 28, Mackenzie Ferguson. Fergie is escorted by her parents, Nanette and Arthur Ferguson, and her sister, Nicolette. In 103 appearances as a pitcher, Mackenzie has 63 starts, 50 wins, 8 saves, and 51 complete games. In 501 third innings pitched, she has 462 strikeouts, second most in program history, and a 2.49 ERA. After graduation, she plans on attending grad school to study clinical neuropsychology. A message from Mackenzie: thanks to all who believed in me, thanks to those who didn't for giving me the drive to be better, and thanks especially to my mom and dad for always being there. Ladies and gentlemen, Mackenzie Ferguson. Number 29, Haley Sorrow. Haley is escorted by her parents, Leanne and Blaine Sorrow, and her younger brother, Braden. In 163 games, Haley has accumulated 126 hits, 24 doubles, 1 triple, with a .283 batting average. After graduation, Haley plans to move back home and pursue a career in accounting. Haley's favorite memory is sophomore year getting ready in the hallway of the hotel for the conference tournament banquet because the power in the room went out. A message from Haley: thank you to my family, coaches, and teammates for making these last 4 years so memorable. Ladies and gentlemen, Haley Sorrow. And now, seniors, a message from Coach Crawford and Coach Shorter. 2018 softball seniors. One day you'll walk off the field for the last time. One day you'll untie your cleats forever. One day you'll put your glove in your bag and it will stay there for months at a time. One day the tan lines will fade and you'll forget the feeling of seams beneath your fingers. You'll struggle to remember the way it felt to hit the perfect pitch. You'll see your teammates once or twice a year instead of every day. You won't slide into second and you won't round first. One day you'll be on the other side of the fence. One day this won't be your life anymore. And when it's not, you won't remember the things that you think. You won't remember how many times you struck out or how many errors you made. You won't be impressed with how many homers you hit. You won't care about your batting average or your ERA. After your last inning has come and gone, you'll remember the times when you wanted to quit but didn't. You'll remember your teammates and families that loved you along the way. You'll remember playing in the freezing cold, the driving rain, and the unbearable heat. You'll remember going to the hotels, the 8-hour road trips to Flagler, the early morning waits, the late-night practices. You'll remember the coaches that never gave up on you. But most of all, you'll remember the happiness that came from being between the two chalk lines. You'll remember those moments more than you ever believed you could. So for today, don't stop until the last pitch is thrown. Play with every piece of your heart and leave it all on the field. One day this won't be your life anymore, and when that day comes, make sure you wouldn't change a thing. Ladies and gentlemen, join us in thanking the 2018 Lander softball seniors for their contributions to the program and to Lander University. We wish them the best in their future endeavors and look forward to having them back at Doug Spears Field as proud alumni for years to come. Thank you, seniors.